Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another very nice day in Eagle River, Alaska. It looks kind of cloudy, but the sun was actually out earlier for a long time, even though it was supposed to rain. Can't see out this window. And it's actually looking pretty nice up the valley right now, or it was. Those clouds are a lot thinner than they look. Anyways, me and my friend Michael are gonna go kayak the river in the middle of the night. Because, you know, why not? So I'm just getting ready for that right now. Fortunately, GoPro is not fully charged, so it's charging right now. I think that is all. We're just getting ready to go. Okay, so I don't think you guys have seen him before, but this is Michael. Hey. I've been friends with him since my freshman year of high school, which was your sophomore year, right? Yes. Okay. We're gonna go kayaking at what is it's like 11 p.m. now. It's starting to get dark outside.
Best time for kayak.
Overnight.
I've known Michael since the Time Wars.
Since the Time Wars. Mm-hmm. There's Alan.
We've known each other longer than
you guys
that.
know Alan.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
All right. That's the plan. All right, we're out here at our little launch site, getting ready to go. I have this little GoPro-like thing. It's not really a GoPro. It's a Chinese ripoff, but it's about as good as some of the older GoPros. So I'm going to be using that. Phone and wallet stuff are going to go in our dry bag so that they don't get, you know, soaked and destroyed, because that would suck. So
That's annoying.
okay, so we just have this foot pump to try and inflate our kayak. Really, this is more of a canoe, I think.
Work out of the way.
Hopefully.
What do you think?
Your guess is as good as mine at this point. Alright, Alan seems to have figured it out, because the side is inflated, and we just have the other side and then the middle to do, right?
I believe so. I don't see any other valves there.
Well, that's good.
Back to work.
Alan has graciously agreed to inflate it for us so that we're not, you know, totally exhausted from the inflation to, you know, do our kayaking, because this is going to be a 15-mile kayaking trip, so 15 plus. Okay, so I've got water in my seat here, and this is my seat, Michael's seat. All of our stuff is going in this bag, including this phone, because I don't want to lose it and destroy it. I will be taking the blue kayaking pedal, and Michael's going to take the oar and do the heavy steering and stuff. Creek, or part of the river that we're getting in, is right over there. It looks a lot darker than it actually is out here. I mean, we can see just fine without flashlights. Right. We're just using flashlights so you can see. Yeah, anything else we should say before the camera with the audio goes away? If I die, I will all of my stuff to my mom and dad's cat. All right, so how far do you think we've gone? Like mileage wise?
Maybe halfway.
Halfway? I don't know if you guys will be able to. Nope, can't really see the mountains. We pulled the kayak canoe, our little raft thing.
Which was a pain in the neck to freaking get.
Well, we had to drag it over driftwood because the only place that we could get out of the current was where the driftwood is, because the driftwood gets out of the current too. So we had to do that to get up on the sandbar. What are we doing right now?
I'm going for a walk.
Yeah, we've been sitting down for, let's see what time it is.
It's been about.
What time is it?
It's been like 2 hours. It's 1:47.
So yeah, we started at about 11:45. Yeah, so about 2 hours. I suppose we could look at the GPS to see how far we've gone.
Yeah.
All right, so we looked on the GPS. We're about 2/3 of the way done, I think, based on my estimate. Like we've shown, I mean, we haven't really shown. I brought along my GoPro, but it's too dark for the GoPro to see anything. And while we're paddling, I don't have any way to hold the GoPro and the camera and steer. So until Michael learns how to steer.
I haven't kayaked in years, but whatever.
Neither have I, really. This was one of those
learning experiences.
I was gonna say it's one of those things where normal people from the lower 48 would be like, we'll probably die, and then they would just stay home. But then Alaskans are like, we'll probably die. Let's do it anyways.
Right. Well, that's like earlier today when you said to me, like, are we going to go on a lake or a river? I'm like, river?
You asked me what I wanted, and I was like, well, I feel like a lake would be safer. And you were like, river it is then.
That's right, yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah, you guys can't really see anything because it's pretty dark out here. But our amazingly adjusted eyeballs can actually see just fine, even without the flashlights and stuff. So, yeah.
And we're going to go through the woods, though. I'm going to keep my flashlight open. Cause...
Well, yeah. I ain't putting my flashlight away if we're wandering in there. Alright, so we're done walking around. We poked around in the woods a little bit. There's not really anything here. We are going to go back in the boat and down the river some more. Because there's nothing else really to do here, and we've stretched out and stuff. So here we go. What time is it? I think I said 2, like right after 2 a.m. right now.
It's close to 2 a.m.
All right.
Also, these woods are creepy.
Yeah, we poked around a little bit, heard a little bit of, like, you know, little tiny rustling around, and we didn't really... You guys probably can't see me because Michael's not shining the light on me. That's okay. But we heard, like, a few little things. Is probably nothing because... you know, like squirrels or rabbits or something, because we would hear like one twig snap, probably even the wind. So
it's way too thick a brush for if something was
oh
actually
yeah,
there.
we had a hard time moving around in there. So like bears or moose or wolves are all bigger than us. We would hear them coming from a mile away.
Also,
and
the more likely thing is like whenever we take a step, yeah, like that.
Like what?
You hear that that twig kind of breaking? That was probably like where we stepped.
Right, and the
It's
twig just finally snapping from the tension of being bent or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
similar
gotcha.
to that. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Here we are. We made it. Look at this sign. There was one of these 200 yards up the river. We're just floating along. We see something reflective off in the bushes. So I told Michael to point his flashlight over it, and we just see rapids ahead. And underneath it, it said, "Can you take out 200 yards?" But we didn't see that until we got a lot closer. We just started panicking. And now,
after almost capsized 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, we'd gone through a few rough spots, so we thought it meant like rapids, like right ahead. Yeah, it's still going. Okay, that's good. My phone, it thinks it's only at like 6% battery now, so you might be wondering why I don't have my shirt on. Well, I overheated trying to drag the boat over here. Not really, but I took my shirt off to get a better grip. Michael is over here. You probably can't see him. No, you can. He's been shivering. I mean,
Well, I'm drenched.
Turn around. Show him how. Yeah, the entirety of your backside is totally soaking wet. Yeah. And again, it's not as dark as it looks on the video out here. It's actually twilight hours, which you can kind of see over here. But yeah, we're just using the flashlights because it makes it actually visible on the video. We just called Alan, and he's on his way to get us. And his boat, parking lot's right up there, so we just got it.
One of the funnest times was probably right when we got out into the main river, and we almost smacked it. Well, actually, we did smack it.
We smacked around. We've smacked around so many times. We thought we were about to die right there.
Yeah,
it was.
Well, we're going under the water.
Yeah, and we did, and we got out of it alive. So we made it back home. Man, that was an adventure. Thanks to Alan, who lives up above me, for picking us up. Somehow, my wallet and like electronics and stuff that I wanted to keep dry, I put it inside of a plastic bag, inside of our dry bag. So I figured, double protection, it'll probably be fine. It is somehow wet, while the GoPro, which I unfortunately didn't use, was too dark the entire time. There was nothing that I could have recorded. The GoPro, this thing was in my pocket. My pants are soaked, and it was in my pocket, totally dry. Everything else that was not in my pocket, soaking wet. I don't know how, man. Michael's in the shower now. I'm about to get in the shower because he was starting to get really cold when we got out. So we're home now. He's got some clothes, lots of blankets, pillows and stuff. Hot chocolate's being made. we'll take care of him. And I think that is the end of this adventure for now. I'm gonna shower and go to bed. And yeah, that's that. Bye-bye.